To talk more about the French presidential election, I'm joined on the set by France 24's Clovis Casali. Clovis, you have been following Marine Le Pen since the beginning of her campaign. Today is all about prep for the debate, right?
Yeah, she's taking 2 days off to really prepare in a calm, serene place, her home. And she's actually saying she's extremely serene ahead of this debate. So she's surrounded by her closest advisors and also experts who are maybe technocrats, but who know the details the ins and outs of her program, of her manifesto, and who know exactly how to prepare her. You can imagine, as always, there'll be someone playing Emmanuel Macron and her on the other side of the table. They'll be rehearsing. She's got a guy called Philippe Ballard, who's a former journalist on another news channel, Elysee, who's in her team now. So they're going to be preparing together, seeing what angles for the camera, what tone to adopt. Clearly, she's not going to be as aggressive as 2017. That's essential for her to appear calm, because back in 2017, if you remember, she became a bit aggressive at times. She didn't seem to know her dossiers very well, and she clearly came across for the French people and experts as not fit for the part. It was disastrous for her. She admitted it, her entourage admitted it. And when during the campaign we were asking her a lot, asking her supporters what they thought about 5 years ago, if she had changed, they all said, yes, she has changed. She is a lot. She's much better prepared. She's finally fit for the job. She has what it takes to be our next president. Why is this debate so important? 5 years ago, 16.5 million viewers. And that's a large amount of voters, possibly undecided, that you can woo, that you can convince. Many French people are still not too sure who they're going to pick, especially those who voted for the far left leader Jean-Luc Mélenchon in the first round. Many still need to be convinced. This is the last chance for Marine Le Pen. She is the far-right candidate, even though she doesn't want to admit it. She doesn't recognize this branding, if you will, of far-right. She's trying to appear as a unifying force, and that's again what she's going to do in the debate. She's going to be saying, I am the only candidate who can help you get rid of Emmanuel Macron. If you don't vote for him in the first round, vote for me now.
So given all of that, what specific ideas is she going to be putting forward in the debate?
Well, throughout the campaign, she's been really putting the emphasis on purchasing power, on improving the lives of the ordinary French, if you will. And doing so, she was trying to minimize the amount of proposals, reforms on subjects, touchy subjects, sensitive issues such as immigration and Islam. When we were going to her mass rally, say in Avignon a few days ago, or in Perpignan, she barely talked about immigration. When she did, she was pretty harsh. She would say, we're going to hold a referendum, that's my wish, on mass immigration. We're going to change this. There are too many immigrants. We need to put national priority, which is basically give housing, jobs, and social benefits only to the French, as opposed to the foreigners who come and steal our jobs. That's always been the rhetoric of the French far right. Marine Le Pen's trying to soften her message, come across as a lot less extreme, but those ideas haven't disappeared. That's what her supporters say. That's what she says when she's pushed in the corner. And when you ask her, why aren't you talking about immigration? She says, because all the French people know what we think about immigration. There's no point. So she's basically going to really put the emphasis on that. She's also going to stress why there's an urgent need to reform Europe, why she doesn't say anymore that France should leave the European Union or give up the euro currency, but she does want a massive change, a huge change. She wants an alliance of nations as opposed to a union. That basically just means sovereign nations working more or less together, not necessarily sharing budgets, not necessarily coming together on common policies. And that's why she wants Europe to be reformed that much.
Clovis, thanks so much for that. France 24's Clovis Casali.